Hey love things, she loves up, and I'm such a car lover and I smell some changes coming on. Let's break it down. So my first job out of college was selling cars, and I've owned a car or two since then, so I think I'm well versed and have some expertise in the area and qualified to give you my opinion, my thoughts, and my insights on the subject. What's been happening with cars since this pandemic started? They've been sitting on lots. Do you know what happens with a car that's been sitting on a lot for a long time? I'm gonna tell you. The manager of that dealership and the owner want to get rid of it. Every day it's on a lot, it's costing them money. And not only is it costing them money up front because it's taking space from something else that could be put there, they have to keep paying for that car. They have to pay the insurance on that car. They've got to take care of that car while it's there. So they need the cars to be moving. Since March, there have been cars sitting on a lot with no one touching them and them losing value. And to top it off, a lot of these cars are outside, so they're getting attacked by the elements. They get rained on, whatever else could be happening, sandstorms, God knows what, you know? So they're getting attacked by the elements. They need these cars to be moving. So once everything opens back up, guess what's probably going to be on sale like everything else? That's right, those cars. So here's how you take advantage of that. Now, the first thing I want you to do though, keeping in mind all of this, I'm gonna let you in on a little known and not so widely believed fact. Dealerships do sometimes lose money on cars. So I do not want you to pay sticker price for a vehicle. However, I want you to be realistic in your expectation of how much a vehicle is going to cost. So if you are interested in a $60,000 car, but you only have money for a $20,000 car, I want you to stop looking at that $60,000 car because, nah fam, come on, that ain't right. I need you to be somewhere near the ballpark of what the car's original price was before you go down that road. So don't say Rain said I can't buy this for this price, you guys are ripping me off, yada yada yada, you need to move these cars. I want you to be realistic in your expectation and what you are purchasing. Okay, so that's one. Two, I want you, before this time comes where everything is open, I want you to get your credit together. Get it together. Be a savage with it. Savage. I won't say the words because I'm not trying to get a copyright strike. Yeah, I want you to look into getting your credit together, and I've mentioned that in the last video, some ways for you to be able to do that, especially with the new changes that are going to be occurring. The other thing I want you to do, I want you to have some money, preferably have some money to put towards this vehicle, if not purchase it outright. Because again, my number one thing, if you don't have to owe anyone, don't. That's again only if you have the money to. If not, keep your savings in savings. Do not deplete your savings for a car. It ain't worth it. Leave it alone. The next thing I want you to do is I want you to research the car. Look at how much others around you are paying for the car and try to negotiate somewhere around that area. So if the car is $25,000, it's pretty reasonable you could get it for 24, 23, if you're really lucky 22, depending on the incentives. Once you've decided on which car you are interested in, look at the manufacturer's website and check to see what incentives they are giving to your location, your tri-state area, your state, whatever it is. See what they're offering the dealerships there and what they're passing down to customers, because that's usually on their website. Now, the last thing I want you to consider, because it is lovely to get a nice, bright, shiny new car, I want you to also highly consider getting something used that you could pay for full out. because in the long run, that's probably where you're going to end up saving the most. Now, when you do this, I want you to get something that is certified. So certified kind of makes a used car go through the rigors of checking it as if it were a new car. So you're getting an almost new car that's been checked, that's been inspected for the price of a used car. And I say to look at the used cars because simple fact, the moment a car has been signed for and driven off the lot, the moment it becomes yours, it has lost value because it is no longer new. So if you can get something that's slightly used, 2, maybe 3 years with a decent amount of mileage, generally 12,000 miles is what your average person will put on a car in a year. If you're like me, it might be a little higher. If you're like my mom, it's going to be drastically lower. So, you play around with what you need, but also make sure you just get something that's good. If you can get something under 32,000 miles and it's 36,000 miles and it's a used car that's 3 years old, cool. But try to be around that ballpark. If it's 38, all right. If it's 20, bingo, jackpot, you won, right? So those are the things I want you to check out with getting a new car. Another good thing that'll be happening is interest rates will probably be lower as well. Chances are high, if you have good credit, you'll be able to get a better deal, because I'm pretty sure a lot of manufacturers are going to be trying to move these vehicles. Get them off the lot. Get them off the lot. They're going to try to close you some way, somehow. So I'm pretty sure there's going to be some flexibility with the banks too. So financing, leasing, they might have some better programs. So that again goes into incentives and all that good stuff. I almost forgot. Can't forget this. Insurance. When you are going to get your newer vehicle, I'm going to say newer because maybe you're getting one of the certified used ones, right? Once you are going to get your newer vehicle, do not forget. You still have to pay insurance. So if you can, when you are purchasing that vehicle, shop around while you are there and see who's going to give you the best deal. It may be the insurance company you currently have if you are switching out cars. It may be a brand new agency. So just check out, play around with it, because it's not always the best deal to go with who you've been with, because sometimes they may be charging you, and somebody else competitive is going to say, hey, well, I'll give it to you for this. And if they are and you really want to stay with your current company, tell your current company, hey, they were offering me this. Can you match it, or can you do something that'll make me want to stay? And again, help me out. Just came out of this pandemic and boom, right? You know the rest. So those are my tips. If you have any other questions about purchasing a vehicle, what to do, what not to do, let me know. Have you just purchased a new vehicle? Have you done this Carvana thing and all these other sites that you can purchase vehicles from during this pandemic? What's your situation? Let me know. Drop me a message in the comments, and yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye.